everyone, Gilly here. It is Monday, August 18, and we just got done with support with Jeremy. The session was just under an hour, and here's what you missed. Now, he opened the session with some reminders that we can continue mailing, but you have to keep in mind the following important items, okay? Number one, only mail to your openers list, just your openers. Do not use triggers, do not use autoresponders, only mail to your openers. Now, if you don't have an openers list, it's one of two reasons. Number one, you just got started recently with Clicks Gone Wild. So you'll have to wait it out up until the updates go through. You have quite a few training videos, replays, and support sessions to check out. That way you can get caught up on what is going on. So spend the time to get educated, get updated. That way, once the IP ranges are fully restored, you'll be able to start, resume sending out mail on a normal day-to-day basis. Now, the other reason you wouldn't have much of an openers list is because you stopped mailing last month or while the IP ranges were experiencing some challenges, right? And so even while those challenges were popping up, you were still advised to continue to send mail because you can build an openers list specifically for this scenario to prepare and make sure that you'll be able to maximize any mailing that can continue while we are under these current conditions and some of the updates are going on, all right? In addition to that, you can continue to mail out on ESM on a daily basis. Just keep in mind the following things. Some users have experienced some deliverability concerns where they are not inboxing or they're not even receiving any test emails that they send out one by one, right? Now, if you're experiencing deliverability issues, then you may have already exceeded the speed limits. You may have either been mailing on a frequency that is not following the protocol or what was advised during any of the trainings. Or you just hit a certain speed limit with them, and so you now have to wait because the queue is now full wherever you're trying to mail on. All right, so wait for that queue to free up and get any of your previous campaigns out and sent. Okay. Now, how do you know this? Send a test email. You should get it right away. If you don't get the email right away or in a couple hours, then your queue may still be full. So just wait for them to send your mail out. Once you inbox and get your test email popping up again, then you can start resuming and mailing 100 up to 1,000 within a 24-hour window. All right? So some tips and updates there with regards to ESM. Now, there are some questions with regards to some offers, okay? Basically, check out the video for more detailed versions of this, but when it comes to offers, do send in a request in the Mediantic site, but that list is also cross-referenced to make sure you are either qualified for it or eligible for that particular offer, which means you should have attended a certain training about it, or you're meeting certain production requirements in terms of a volume of clicks and the quality of clicks as well, okay? So even if you request for a certain offer, which you already know you don't qualify for or you aren't eligible for, you will not get approved because that list is also cross-referenced and checked manually, all right? So don't even turn in a ticket or request for it. Otherwise, you're just creating more work. And again, instead of you applying for offers that you don't qualify for, it may be better use of your time to mail to your openers list or check out some of the recent support and training replays. Just some food for thought there, right? Also, payroll, okay? We now have somebody handling the payroll. If you do have a pending balance or are in an emergency or urgent situation, you may be able to turn in a request on cgwhelpdesk.com so we can get the payments approved and sent to your account. Now, all payroll, all offer-related questions need to go through a support ticket on cgwhelpdesk.com, all right? When Matt first came on board, when any of the new Clicks Gone Wild team members came on board, it was pretty cool and okay to be able to send them a side chat, a side message on Facebook, text, or even email, right? And we're able to respond to you guys because we're online more or less even while we are on the go, okay? But in order to streamline and prepare for the new launch and for you guys scaling and growing your individual teams when you promote the new programs, okay? The best way, so let's start this right now, especially if we're trying to move in that direction anyway, starting today, all inquiries need to go through a support ticket on cgwhelpdesk.com. that needs to be a support ticket. You don't email cgwhelpdesk.com because you can't, right? But some people have. They thought it was an email address that they sent to. It's a website that you register a support ticket, and that way it can go to the different departments so that they can process your request. All right. So anybody with an open balance or that is cleared for payment, send in a support ticket, and that way they can review it, pull the account forward, and get that taken care of. All right. Now with 2.0 coming out, there's no formal set list of features, pricing, or the release date. As of last week, the guys are pushing for 2 to 3 weeks as a release date. But we want to make sure things are up to speed. We have some previous items we need to take care of and move forward before 2.0 comes out. But we can already start preparing for it. And again, check out the replay so you know what's going on. All right. They are leaning towards more of a done-for-you component where it would include a follow-up sequence, contacting anybody that opts in via phone, and releasing new tools as well so that we don't have to maintain several different vendor accounts, having different billing cycles with third parties, and really offer a one-stop simplified solution. So CGW and 2.0 will be updated, and check out the replay so that it goes into a little bit more details of some of the things to look out for and how that's going to work. All right. Jeremy closes the session with the following bullet points. Number one, he does analyze and put into perspective the leads that we are getting, and in relation to the monthly overhead with regards to the autoresponder account, right? Some people are focusing just on that monthly overhead when it comes to the autoresponder account, and that can range anywhere from $45 to a few $100s or several thousand, depending on how many you have. But again, it was updated, mentioned, noted in training, in support, in the course, that you have to have an autoresponder account that matches your experience level, for one, and number two, the type of budget you have to maintain this business. And it has to be realistic, right? So you won't be getting a 100K account, or you shouldn't, if you don't have that type of budget to maintain that account for the next 6 months, for the next year, without having to sweat bullets. It's a more smarter, practical approach to maintain a smaller account. Know you can maintain that for the entire year. Focus on mastering the fundamentals, catching the replays, and that way, when you are ready to upgrade, because you've monetized it and you've made some sales, but most importantly, you know how to manage and what to do with these particular accounts, and that you're not worrying about the wrong things. So some of you may have to update the accounts that you're with, depending on this update that you're seeing here today. Please go ahead and do so. All right. Also, he talks about the concept of maintaining and building a nationwide list of openers and clickers, and how that's going to play into the Clicks Gone Wild future. Again, stuff that isn't available in the industry, and only unique, and with the info that these guys know is probably going to be stay within the Clicks Gone Wild community for you guys to be able to maximize and really, really monetize. Okay. He closes the session with sharing a sample funnel, which other CPC brokers are using in their own businesses. Again, if these other major players and main solo ad providers and vendors are using them, then that is a good sign of whose content and training are they following, what is working in today's marketplace under these conditions, and give us confidence that we're working with the right folks. Simply apply the training and make sure you know what's going on by catching the replays, the notes, and the recaps that we do here at Clicks Gone Wild. All right. Let's see. Other than that, Chris will be on tomorrow's session. All right. So we can look forward to that. And before I jump off again, cgwhelpdesk.com, do check it out. All your inquiries, whether payroll, offer, account info, suggestion, feedback, violent reactions, routed through the help desk, and it'll get quarterback and sent to the right department or person so that they can move your inquiry forward and get it resolved. All right. If you guys missed Chris Reeves' post last night, he did call out a challenge for those to take on the Ice Bucket Challenge. He'll be matching anybody and donating who does the Ice Bucket Challenge, donating on your behalf to that particular cause. So grab ice, get a bucket, jump in on the challenge, post your video, and let's raise some dollars here for the ALS Foundation. All right. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.